Kokolioko, chicken they crow for day.
The oldest republic in Africa. And yet, we're one of the least developed countries on the continent, and indeed one of the least developed countries in the world. And I say to you, my fellow Liberians, we deserve a better Liberia. We need to ask ourselves some fundamental questions. Why are we where we are? Most Liberian homes don't have electricity. Most Liberian homes don't have running water. Most Liberians are unemployed. These are things we can change. These are things we should demand of ourselves and of our leaders. We, as Liberians, cannot keep doing the same things and expect different results. We cannot keep electing and selecting the same kinds of leaders with the same kinds of experiences and expect Liberia to change. We have to do many things differently, and that starts with selecting and electing new leaders who know how to create jobs, who know how to grow the economy, who will prioritize the Liberian people first before they prioritize themselves. And this is what I offer you, the Liberian people. The other universal truth that I want to share with you, my fellow Liberians, is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And again, I ask you to look at my record of job creation, of success, of managing large budgets without one penny going missing. All of these things you can look at and compare to the other candidates. And again, you will see that my past performance and past behavior is a good predictor, a good indicator that what I commit to, we will deliver. There are 5 priorities we have, and we call that the what's. And then there are 5 things we call the how we'll do it. And those priorities are as follows. Our first priority is infrastructure. Simply put, it's electricity, it's roads, it's water, and it's internet and cell phone connectivity across Liberia. We have to invest in infrastructure. That is the top priority. That's the basis on which we can and will do everything else. The second priority for us is job creation. There are too many unemployed, underemployed, and unemployable Liberians. The unemployment rate is over 85%. And therefore, job creation is our next priority, creating jobs for the Liberian people. The next priority is agriculture. We are a country that do not fear ourselves. These are things we can do for ourselves. We should be producing rice to feed ourselves. And my commitment is that by the end of my first term in office, we will be self-sufficient in rice production. And within education, we are focused on vocational training, teachers training, and adult education. But we have to educate our young people because, again, that's how we can help them create jobs. That's how we can train farmers. And so these things are all linked together. And our final priority in terms of the what's is health. Because you can have good infrastructure, you can have a good job, you can feed yourself, you can have great education, but if you don't have your health, it doesn't matter. And so health is our 5th priority, and there we're focused on primary health care and preventive health care. So those are the what's we'll do for our people, for the Liberian people. How are we going to do these things? The first how is we want to engage Liberians differently in the transformation of our country. We call this hearts and minds. How do we get all Liberians to participate in the changes that are required? We're going to use arts and music and culture and reconciliation and religion. All of these things, we will be deliberate in using these things to engage us as a people in this transformation process. And so we're doing some work on how we can make those things happen. The next how is that we're going to find the money. We have to find the resources, the money, to do all of the what's I mentioned earlier. And the way we'll find the money is, first, we'll go after waste in government. You know, we spend a lot of money on things that we don't need, or we pay too much for things that we do need. So, for example, I believe the vehicles we buy for our government officials, we spend too much money on that. We should reduce the number of vehicles, and we should buy less expensive vehicles for our government officials. We need to reduce how much they make so we can pay teachers and civil servants and police officers and the military officers and healthcare workers, people who actually do the work. We need to pay them more money and reduce the gap between those at the top and those who actually do the work. The other way we'll find the money is going after this thing called corruption. You know, corruption has been the bane of our country, is the primary reason why we are as underdeveloped as we are today. And we will aggressively go after corruption. The first thing we'll do is we will appoint a corruption czar, a minister in charge of corruption in the presidency that will coordinate all of the agencies that are meant to find corrupt officials. Secondly thing we'll do is we'll make sure we are giving the resources, the money, the right people, the right logistics to the anti-corruption agencies, the LACC, Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission, the General Accounting Office, the Public Procurement and Concessions Commission. We will make sure they got the right resources to go after corrupt officials. After that, when we find people who are corrupt, we will prosecute them, we will put them in jail, and we'll seize their assets. It will not be good enough for you just to resign. Okay. So those are the things we will do to really go after corruption. I have committed that I will not take a salary. The salary that is paid the president, I will allocate it towards helping to fight corruption. That's how important I think it is to us. And then the other way we'll find the money is we'll make sure we're getting full value, the full monies we're due from our natural resources. We'll look to exploit other natural resources so we can get the funds required to fund healthcare, to fund infrastructure, to create jobs, etc., etc. So finding the money is the second how. The next how is we want to create a government of inclusion. We want all sections of our country to be represented in the government. We want opposition political parties to be in government because we believe that having a government inclusion will help all of us make the right decisions. It will make sure that we're spreading the resources of our country across the entire country. And then the last two hows, one is growing the private sector. We will focus on growing the private sector so Liberians can primarily benefit from that growth. No longer should Liberian business people be spectators to our economy. And we want to actively support Liberianization and encourage and provide credit and other facilities to Liberian businesses so they can participate. And last but not least, we will use technology. We'll leverage technology to help us achieve our goals. So those are the what's and the hows. But let me end by leaving you again with these two universal truths. One is we cannot keep doing the same things, my people, and expect different results. We cannot keep electing the same people with the same experiences and expect Liberia to change. We need to elect and select different people to lead us, to serve us, to help us manage and run our country. And the other universal truth is the best predictor of future performance and future behavior is past performance and past behavior. And on those two counts, I believe I stand head and shoulders above the other candidates expiring. Together, we will change Liberia for the benefit of all Liberians. We will transform our country we will give us a new start, a fresh start, so that all of us can benefit from this country we love. I thank you. God bless you. God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Chicken they crow for day.
Not in the business, you catching fever. You getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving up away. We coming, we coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet up, speak. We coming. We coming. Not in the business, you catching fever. You getting serious like anti-river. Ain't no stopping by the river.
Okay, guys, thank you for watching our little intro and the speech, one of Mr. Alexander Cummings' favorite speeches. And of that speech, it was delivered in 2017, and he's still consistent with it, and he's saying it today, and that is what he believes in. And I think as a nation, if you listen to what he said, you will know that Liberia comes first. Alexander Cummings' agenda is not the agenda of the people. I'm sorry for politicians. I'm sorry. Okay. I'm drinking one. Soda, please. That's soda, tonic water. Tonic. What's up, guys? Today is Sunday. I know it's after 12 o'clock. Share this video. If you can hear me, please give me a thumbs up, please. Still on my little test here. Share it. That's the only thing you can do for me. Just share it. Share the video. That's the only thing you can do for me. Yo, little, what's up, man? Welcome. Good. I enjoy that. The Trump, I see the Trump moving up. That means everything is fine. Okay, guys. I am not on this show to promote myself. I am not on this show to show popularity. The little popularity God gave me is okay. I'm on this show for one purpose only, because of Liberia. Because of Liberia. That is why I'm doing this. But because of Liberia, that is why I'm behind Mr. Cummings. Because Mr. Cummings is the only politician with a clear agenda. He's the only man who's still going around the country and still telling you the same thing. We cannot do the same old thing and expect different results. This is what we can do together. So he's still asking you, as an ordinary citizen like yourself, that please let us do it together. We can make Liberia a better place for our children. We can make Liberia a better place for your children. It's not about you alone. Liberia is bigger than you and me, you and myself. So let us put Liberia at the center and then we talk. Let us be honest to ourselves, then we talk. We want the CPP to hold. The CPP it is an alternative. When CPP holds, trust me, we will go a first round, win in the first round because CPP, the four political parties, when you put the vote together, you got about 51% of the vote. But listen, this is what we need to put aside. We need to get away with this. Oh, I was there first before you. No. You tried swimming across the river. You tried so many times. You could not make it. If a new guy can come and take us there, fine. That's good. In the Bible, what happened with Moses? Moses took the children of Israel from Egypt and could not reach them to the promised land. Joshua came from nowhere and dropped them there. You think Moses need to get vexed? No. The Liberian people are saying we got four good political parties, four strong political parties. We decided to came together to bring up the best. We signed a document. We all agreed to sign this document. All of a sudden, nope, we don't need it anymore. It's got to be me. And that's not what the document says for us. It don't have to be you. We all agreed for the people to decide. By this time, we're supposed to have the candidates for CPC by this time. By this time. But I'm not going to go all there. What I'm here to tell you today is there's only one guy who tells us the truth. There's only one guy in Liberia who since 27 stays standing with Liberians. He has not left. He's still telling you, and we asking you, give him the opportunity. Give him the opportunity to tell. That's all. Look, this is not about Mr. Cummings. Don't allow any corrupt politician to fool you. You are better than that. You are better. You see what is going on in Liberia today? You don't expect Mr. Cummings to go in the street and start coughing up and yelling at George Weah and saying all kinds of things because you want to be president. No. George Weah got some good stuff, he got some bad stuff. But that's his responsibility to take care of our country. We're not running campaigns right now against George Weah. The time has not reached yet. When the time reaches, we will understand and we educate our people. But what we are saying, we want you. This time, we're not pushing you, we're not forcing you, we're not going to suppress you to vote. You must vote for Mr. Cummings. No, it's not that you must vote. It is your right. It is your constitutional right to decide. But at the same time, we want you to decide for Liberia. Don't just decide for yourself. Decide for your children. Decide for your nation that, listen, this is not about me. It's about the other people. So my people, I'm asking you that. Are you listening? Are you North Liberia? You want to see a good economy? You want to notice, you want to see law and order, justice for all? I think Mr. Cummings is the right guy. This is the right guy. It's not about because he has got money, the money for himself. Look, Mr. Cummings works for his money. I don't give a damn about Mr. Cummings' money. That's his money. But I think it is time now we need to put responsible people into position. This is the time we need to put responsible people into position. You know what I'm saying? And let me say this, Nigeria, some of the opposition saying that Mr. Cummings, that someone told me today, someone told me, oh, Mr. Cummings, they're bringing that old story. Oh, Mr. Cummings need to go as VP. Oh, Mr. Cummings is doing wrong as senator. So I asked the guy, He's a UP guy. I said, okay. But the other day I saw you bouncing all over the place and saying that Dr. Cafe will be supporting UP. But why you tell Cafe to run as senator? Liberia. Cafe is qualified to be president of Liberia. Cafe is qualified. He works, he got money, he will not, I don't think he needs Liberia money. He alone can sponsor his own campaign. He got money, he works hard. He's qualified to be president. Every Liberian qualified under the Constitution. Everybody qualified. So let me say this. It's no disrespect. No disrespect to the present leaders in Liberia from the legislators up to the president. That's not disrespect. But don't you think it's just right to be president of Liberia? Everybody has the right to be president of Liberia. And why Liberians, why are we doing this kind of stuff? It's George Bush to be president of Liberia. Don't you think that it is clear that anybody can be president of Liberia? And we're looking at other people who are qualified and try to tell us, you could never be president. On what grounds are you basing on that he will never be president? Oh, Mr. Cummings will never be president. I can see. We're not imposing ourselves on people. We're not imposing Mr. Cummings on the Liberian people. But we know the Liberian people will make that decision. The Liberian people will make that decision. And people, don't let nobody see. You know what is right for Liberia. You made the first mistake. You made the first mistake. Don't let no beg or rest or $5 fool you, my people. Especially our older people. We talk to and talk to. They are, some of them, they are the serious problem in our country. Our old folks. Because the some chief or star or community leaders or they are the oldest, the elders in the town, they will go and try to convince the children to take money and to do all kinds of things. But look, you're not trying to fool nobody else. It is your call. But we still will appeal to you. It is your call. It is your right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. But I am saying to you that let us be wise this time. What in the history of Liberia that people campaign at this time? No time. No, you won't find, you won't see no politician running around. No politician is still running around. But Mr. Cummings has changed everything. What they've been doing to us is like they wait the year for election or going to election. They come with the money, they buy beverage, and they push it on you. But Mr. Cummings then going around to give you the confidence to encourage you that we can do it together. We never stay here alone. Please, my people, please. And let me make this clear. People will text, oh, money do this. Please, I am not here. I'm not running a news channel. I'm not running a radio station that I will have to spend my time and talk about rape and talk about corruption and talk about whatsoever. Yes, I will talk about it, but I'm not going to waste my time on it because it's still not going to work. We get political, we condemn it. We will condemn every act in our country. But because of lack of law and order, that is why our people are crying. But under Mr. Cummings' leadership, it will not happen. Because you know what? Mr. Cummings is a family man. He's a family man. He respects his family. He loves to see other people's family. He's someone who loves human beings. So you will make sure that every human being gets a fair share. You see? I'm not saying that other people are not family men, but you can see a man when he's disciplined. You know, you can't talk about discipline, discipline other people when you yourself is not correct. You can't talk about fighting corruption when you yourself you know that you got little skin on you. That is why Mr. Cummings free and proud to speak about corruption any day because he's not corrupt. He has not taken a penny from Liberian government one day. One day he has not taken a penny. He never worked to get 1 cent from Liberian government. Nothing free. Even up to the time you're helping do that, another penny he got from them. And this man said, as long as I'm president of this country, I will use my salary to help to fight corruption, to show how serious it is. I will use my salary to fight corruption. Yes, sir. Hello, guys. Cummings is the real deal. He has the vision, he's prepared, he's ready to serve. And see today in the city, everything we are saying, people insulted us, people said this and went this way. But God, it is time that we must stand strong and say the truth. This is not about hatred. We don't hate anybody within the CPC. But if we don't stand, if we don't speak the truth, the people will not hold. Let us be honest to ourselves. Let us go to the root cause. You cause this problem. Where this problem started from. Right? Leaders speak loud. Leaders do not rush in making statements. Leaders listen and speak. If you're in a company, you have a supervisor. You don't jump from all the way downstairs and take your complaint to the overall boss. You must go to your supervisor, then go to the manager, then before you start writing. The bosses up there, if there's a problem, they don't just calm down, they go in-house among themselves and settle it. If it cannot settle, that is when everybody in the place will hear it. You understand? We all put this thing together. If you will have an information, if you know that his information was credible, don't you think Mr. Yu was supposed to call Yombly, call Mr. Cummings, call Mr. Barker and say, oh, this is the situation. But if you know that you are not honest and what you're doing is not anything real, but it's just fake and just made up, what you going to do? You will send it in the street. Putting it on Facebook is bringing it out for other people to carry it to destroy that individual. We all know that. Yes, the letter was written and was given to the chair lady, but copy was posted on the internet that the document was temporary, and we know that it was not. They knew exactly what they did with this document. We will never have peace in CPT without the fixing of settling of the whole document. Somebody must apologize. Somebody must be the big guy. It's not Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings is the one who's a victim. This poor man, and nobody can tell us what he did. But they are going around talking about document. Today what happened? They are the same one going out, making it look so far. Oh, we're going to hold together and let's be careful. Let us just wait and for this other person and we shouldn't go at each other. The ball is in your court. The ball is in your court. Mr. Cummings has sacrificed for CPT. Mr. Cummings have waived things. He has laid his back. He has gone backwards so many times just because of his sake. And he's still telling you, apologize to Liberian people to get it right. Because we took it in the street. Let us be honest. Let us tell you the truth. As a leader, he was wrong. You don't just jump in the street and start talking. He and the Dillon and whatsoever, the young people, they were wrong. They were wrong. Now, Mr. Butter, it's with you. But they were 100% wrong. Just all over the place. Paying surrogates, paying people to go on the internet to tarnish a good their reputation for no reason. Do you think he's just going to go free? Do you think that he will say, okay, because of peace sake, no problem. I won't say anything about it and we can settle it? Eh? My question here to the US, bring the document that is in your possession that you believe this is the right document. Show it to the Liberian people. UP, bring the right document and expose Mr. Cummings. The document that you guys think that is the right one, bring it out. Bring it out. You can't stop going on they say, and because you want to tarnish a man's reputation. Eh? It's not that Mr. Cummings a quiet and decent human being. Other politicians will take you guys to court. Seriously. In Liberia, none of you guys will say, oh, they're going to support the CPP, but we must say the truth. Let us say the truth. We're not going to push nothing under the table. And for me, I stand with Mr. Cummings any day. I will go down with Mr. Cummings. I will go up with Mr. Cummings any day. Because I have seen nobody in the Liberian setting. I've not seen no politician that even come close to Mr. Cummings' idea. I haven't seen it yet. I don't just jump from place to place. A lot of people hanging out tonight now. Yeah, killing with my stomach. Share this video, please. Share it. Yeah, Anthony J, what's up? So you see, we're not going, sound is bad. Let me see. You say my sound is bad. In the microphone. I think I have a problem with this microphone. Let me see something. Because this microphone, it's not working too good. Let me see. You know that the problem when you get a new mic. Okay, let me try this one then. Hello, you can hear me? Okay, hear me there clearly? Let me see. Let me adjust this mic because let me see something. Hello, you can hear me? Okay, hear me there clearly? Yeah, I think it's clear, man. Give me a thumbs up if it's okay, please. If it's okay, please give me a thumbs up. Hello, you can hear me? Okay, hear me there clearly? Yeah, I think it's clear, man. Give me a thumbs up if it's okay, please. Okay, better now. Okay, guys. So, please, this thing, we in it together. It's not about me. It's not about Mr. Cummings. It's about our country, Liberia. You know, sometimes we really want to get mad with our people back home. We want to get pissed off with our people back home, but we can't. They are our people. We can't. We can't just let it go because they are the one who voting and they voted for this government and continue to vote for bad leaders. And then they will come back and cry, raping our children, raping our girls and boys. People die in Liberia and nothing happening. That is why I am supporting Mr. Cummings, because Mr. Cummings will make the difference. He will make the difference. We will do it together. It won't be easy. It won't be easy. He tells you every day.
Liberia should be truthful to each other. Liberia is getting to the place. Look, don't let nobody fool you. What a president we are can go and put a playground and put quota on the street or go to the and Robert's feet at his job. Everything President we are doing that his responsibility is not a help he giving you. It's not a help. We know the country, the government is corrupt. So don't let nobody fool you. All the money that got missing, if we had done a better thing for schools and hospitals. So don't let nobody fool you about development and you die. You think we don't want development? We want development. You think I don't want to play grind Liberia? I want to play grind Liberia. The first thing the president told us is people leave from Liberia to Ghana to take their children to play grind. Y'all believe it? Do you believe that nonsense? Is there anybody can leave from Liberia go to Ghana unless you got money? When you have money, you can do it. So these are the things we will look at and we'll tell Liberian people. We know exactly how much got missing in our country. Where the corruption is clean, is clear, until the white people are all complaining about it. Then you want to you put up a playground. We have a president who went on a playground where they're constructing a park. Instead of the engineers telling us what's going on, the president telling us what is going on. So he's the chief engineer. Oh, when I go and come back, I bring new thing to this place. And you see this other place behind me for the children to play. Do you know why the Oma then in the church used to go outside? They were depriving themselves for God to answer their prayers. It's not a bad thing to go in the house, but all the way he did it, he shot you there. Hey, I say I want protest. Hey, you were protesting the other day. I'll go call the people now. And then everybody say, oh, that Josh, we are the president. We are doing it. Can I hear money, my people? That your money. That his idea fine, but that's your money. That is why the Joshua was elected. So putting road, doing this, it still make no difference. President we had 10 subjects. He only passed 2, he still failed. People not taking pay. Hospitals are bad. Businesses closing. Things are tough. But yet and still, you try to use the small little money to pave road. Which one is important? Because even the road that they pave, why are they paving the road? Is there really a significant thing on that road? Even if we're going to concentrate on the Ralphie Highway Road, look at across the bridge. And what is ready bringing to us? We all want it. We want it. But our people are dying. Our people are starving. People are dying because of poverty. Look, check some of your friends, your good friends you left back home. And you stay alive because you live out of Liberia. But that is sad. But these are the same people telling us we should vote them in. You think CPP got the same problem? CPP has the same problem. We got people who serve 12 years and saying that we should give them time again to serve for another time. Let me tell you something. During President Tottenham time, I know nothing about President Tottenham, but Bentor, when President Talbot was vice president, Bentor was well fixed, paved, whatsoever. President Talbot makes sure that Bentor was okay. Let me say this to people who support Mr. Bwaka. Don't you think that Mr. Bwaka could have insist that the road going to Lofa County get paved before early leave office? Say, Madam President, I'm a vice president. If you don't do this, it's a problem. You got to fix Lofa County Road. Eh? You got to. The people don't trust CPP anymore. ABC needs a different rebrand outside of the CPP drama. Kim, you are right, but I just don't want us to give up. You are 100% right. The Liberian people do not trust CPP. CPP is still standing because of Mr. Cummings, but they will not want to accept the fact. You know, when a long-teeth man die, you think they're laughing. But CPP is standing today because of Mr. Cummings still going around the country encouraging people that CPP will hold. But CPP will hold. We're not leaving CPP. This is the information I will give you and take it to the bank. Already they talk about taking it to the bank. I don't know where you take it, but I want you to believe me today that the CPP, ANC, Mr. Cummings will not break it up. People want to leave, but they suffer from indecision. They don't know how to do it. It had been clear. They went into the meetings and they say we should dissolve the CPP. Unity Party said we should dissolve the CPP. Liberty Party said we should dissolve the CPP. Let everybody go on their own. But this is what we're standing on. ANC, Mr. Cummings, worked very hard for CPP. Opened all the offices for CPP. Every county he went to, he used that logo, CPP. Open offices and whatsoever. None of the other political leaders have done that. None of them have done it. So, Mr. Cummings should just abandon, ANC should just abandon the seat because some 2-3 individuals trying to cause problem. We believe in the Liberian people. If Unity Party want to leave, they're free to leave. And Liberty Party want to leave, they're free to leave. These other guys that want to leave, they are free to leave. But no three leaders can break up the CPP. They got to be 4. They must be 4. My people, let us push these people. Our officials then should learn to respect documents. That is why all our role models, they are crooks, corrupt people. That is why the people don't trust politicians. Look, speak the truth. Any politician who is the problem, speak the truth. Don't be afraid. We all know where the problem came from. The problem started with Mr. Ure. Because Mr. Ure knew exactly what's in that document. Mr. Ure never liked Mr. Cummings. This is the truth. From his past statements and other things, even the recordings. Oh, don't matter, man. He get money. Oh. He just pretend like he get money behind closed door. They gossip because Mr. Cummings refused to accept opposition that make no sense. And you got that position, you cannot run for it. Nobody run for vice president. And because Mr. Cummings refused to be like them, so that the crime he committed in Liberia, that's the crime he committed. Oh, Mr. Cummings spending money. Let Dana Cass spending a real cash to people, giving them money, physical cash, helping them. Why do you think he's doing it too? He said he want to be president. He told you, he said he want to be president. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. To help your people. But nobody need to help you before you vote for them. Nobody need to give you money before you vote for them. At the end of the day, you selling your vote. At the end of the day, you selling something. If a man want to help and he help an organization, that's good. But how can I say helping organization? He not just helping one individual. But our other past politicians, our present politicians, what they do? They go to you guys, they give you a bag of rice. Take $50 million and give it to a certain group of people for scholarship, and this is where they got the money from. Instead of them working, they all over the place running campaign. Because they saw something and somebody have changed the entire political landscape in Liberia, Mr. Cummings have done it. Mr. Cummings knows the problem of Liberia. My people, don't let anybody lie to you. Mr. Cummings knows the problem of Liberia. For you to solve a problem, you must know the problem. Mr. Cummings has been traveling from counties to counties because he wants to get the problem. He wants a first-hand information. He have had over 200 interviews. He have answered every question that comes his way. Now, because they can't get him, they won't go to social life. Oh, Mr. Cummings that gay. Mr. Cummings shot. Mr. Cummings that Congo man. He the elite. But when you poll, no, you're not elite. You're not part of that group when you poll. And who doing these things? These are the corrupt, so-called educated political politicians. The system is rotting, my people. If you don't be careful, the system will not be fixed if you don't change the leaders. They have no ideas. Government is a teamwork. It's not one man show. Don't sit there and tell me, say, President, we are doing good. Don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. It's a teamwork, President. We are not a minister of public works that he must get more money to do presidential project. Why the hell you come up presidential project? Senators stealing. You're not saying nothing. You're still voting for these people. Because of the corruption in our country, that is why I'm supporting Mr. Cummings. In fact, stealing. Because it's too quick when you say corruption. That is why you don't have a good school, good health care. They travel, they go to Ghana. When they come back, you clap for them when they survive. And you die. When a birthday comes, you must say, oh, happy birthday, oh, this and that. All about themselves. And then you still convinced, and you still don't want to accept it that they are not good people. People losing, people dying. And some of our brothers and sisters will stand up on radio and defend it. But people used to die before anyway. People were hungry before anyway. Nobody told you that Joshua should solve the 1847 problem. Nobody. Nobody can solve the problem of Liberia. Everybody will have a role to play until they leave. This leader take it from one, but you must continue to go. Sometimes, yes, things will change, but not like that, my people. Not like this. We never see this thing before. So, guys, Liberia, the only country we got. Some of us are going far. It's not for me again. When you cross your 50, I'm 52 years old. 52 years old. Stay going strong. But look at our brothers and sisters in Liberia. Look at the young children. You ask yourself why people should still be singing in Liberia when a government official goes speak. Even in the ANC, why? Why? Everybody do, oh, sing, all they sing. Why you still singing? Why are you singing? If you listen to me, look, if we don't speak out, it will remain like this. Some of us, we might not live to see it because tomorrow is not promising. We're going to New Year. We don't even know if the New Year is coming. We don't even know. It's just when you can say, oh wow, we're in December. And we're sitting here backing wrong. It is your right to support who you want to support. You can support Mr. Bwaka, you can support Ure, you can support Mr. Cummings. But let us do it right. It is your right to support Mr. Bwaka, don't get it wrong. If Mr. Bwaka win the process, we support him. If whoever win Mr. Cummings win this process, you support him. It's not that he must go with you. Please, please. Look, look, guys, my brothers and sisters on the other side. I'm not saying you can't curse. I'm not saying that you can say whatever you want to say. If that is your strategy, if you think it's going to work, it's not going to work. Mr. Cummings made it clear. I'm not prepared for vice president. That's not why I came into the race for. We all agree, we put a document together that every party must bring a candidate. Okay, they're not too. No, they tired. They ain't running. So I bring my candidate and you vest. Then you instructing me, you telling me what I should do. For what? Work when it is day. You see, this is what happened when you forgot and you sat down for long and you don't know that they have changed the time. But because you always going late and the people have dropped the time, they took off 1 hour and you still enjoying yourself because you're not paying attention. Most of our politicians, in fact, not most, all the oppositions, they never campaign until the year for election. Check the record. Check it. That is why they don't win. That is why everybody wait for the time. Right after Ellen won the election, CDC, the only thing they were doing, they were not even doing a damn thing. They was only talking nonsense and insulting and demonstrating. That's all. They never held Eddie Johnson foot to the fire. They never proved anything. George Weah left, came to America, stayed long, got a degree, he went back home. The second election came. The same year for that election, when George Weah graduated, the same year for that election, that when everybody was hot, from January 2011, they left. So all that time, George Weah waiting for his time. Oh, let Ellen move, because Ellen move, I will be the next person. Let Ellen finish her 2 terms, I will be the next person. So I just in line waiting. That's not how it works. It's not in line. Because if we continue to wait in line, Liberia will not move. That means we're suppressing good people in around the world, or even in Liberia to contest, because you want us to wait. So every election over, everybody go sit down. Then the man who came second last time, that he turned out to be president. That's not how it works, my people. It don't work that way. Eddie Johnson, right after the election, she left. She did it to do. The same thing when George Weah won the election. Mr. Bwaka took the exit. Mill Jones, Mandela Cooper, and Dr. Kia, everybody disappeared. Only Mr. Cummings' name were in the news, going from county to county. Even a used to President Weah until 3 years before President Weah visited the counties. President Weah went for 3 years before he took a county tour. 3 years. Mr. Bwaka never came out, almost going 4 years before they realized that, oh, Mr. Cummings been going around the country. That is what you do when you want to win. It's not just to sit and fold your hand. If Mr. Cummings will fold his hand from the day election, then, oh yeah, Mr. Bwaka, that means Mr. Cummings is greedy. So Mr. Cummings should be sitting waiting for second place or VP for Bwaka, so not to go say anything. For what? For what? My people, please. You don't force to agree with me, but this CPP thing, it can hold. It's up to the leaders, and you got to stand up and tell them. You told us that this thing was going to hold. Why you want to break it up? Who want to break it up? Who caused the problem? You have your will. Ure is the one that caused the problem. Not Mr. Cummings, not Mr. Bwaka. They came up with all the different strategies, although they bought it. CPP. With the CPP who? Yes. Are you sure? Oh, not too sure. I'm not sure. I can't lie to nobody. But one thing I know, Mr. Cummings will be on the ballots. So now you see nobody talking. All the saying that you saw the release from UP, from the chairman, from Mo Ali. But when they were doing all these things, when they were doing it, all these things they were doing, nobody said anything. All over the news, insulting Mr. Cummings, insulting Mr. Cummings, insulting Mr. Cummings, everything. Mr. Cummings that this, Mr. Cummings that, he gay. Where are they? Where is Obe? Nothing to say again. Where is the big boy? Nothing to say. Where is all these other guys? They ain't got nothing to say because all they say now is lies. So the lies finish. Lies don't last too long. It only beat another liar. Another liar is always damaging them. Yeah, always. And we fought them. And we'll continue to fight you. We will disorganize any lies that will come our way with the truth. We will disorganize any lies that will come around. Yeah, Fred. We're not here to come in. So what we're going to say, fatting frog or snake to eat. And we got a man who going around. Every message is about the people. Show me one politician who talk about the economy like the way Mr. Cummings speak about it. I'm not afraid of nobody in this election. Nobody. President Weah have no chance to even win election. Yeah. But I'm not afraid of nobody within the CPP. Let us go through the process. No new man can come. Look, they don't even have them. One of my friends said, oh, you saw tier one. Listen to me. I respect him. I like him. But he's not a threat to me. He's not a threat to Mr. Cummings. And for what I know, some people think that it is. But the more people get into the race right now and CPP don't hold, it is a very big advantage for Mr. Cummings. Let me tell you guys today. Yeah. I hope Mr. Baka will realize that he got a very big job. Somebody must apologize. Like Mo Ali said, somebody must apologize if you want the CPP to hold. Yeah. The old man would pray that he would see reason and go to this convention and not to be a part of any breakup. He should not be a part of any breakup. No. That's not what CPP was all about. So, our people back home, we know exactly what's going on the ground. And especially we're not saying that ANC is all that. ANC is the greatest party. The members are all and good people. They living good life. No. They are just like you. They got 145. Some of them not even voting. Yeah. That is why we respect everybody. ANC party is the only party that you go to, you're somebody. You don't have to join ANC to support Mr. Cummings. You don't have to. You don't have to join a party. No. But I want you to see reason. So much all we see, we're spending all these nights, sleepless nights. Listen, I'm not doing it because of something my own interest though. I'm not doing it because, oh, I want for the people to see my face. No, you don't need to see my face because people don't see it plenty of time. But it hurts me, it's painful to see some of your friends who are so corrupt and they bragging and they coming to you and they looking in your face and they are all criminals today. And good people who supposed to benefit are not. I don't know how we're gonna manage. I don't know. Some people say, oh, you're wasting your time. Don't waste your time. The Liberian people will vote again the same way. Hey, everybody got a second chance in life. But if you're a smart guy or woman, when you follow Liberian politics, you will understand that Liberians are changing gradually. Although it's very slow. But this time around, they are changing very fast. Very fast. Yeah. Oh, tell you, man, it's too frustrating sometimes. Sometimes I say, listen, you know, I didn't want to get on Facebook to say anything again. People curse us. Oh, you're looking for a job. You're looking for this. Yes, no problem. Oh, Mr. Cummings pay you. Yes. That's it. So, guys, please let us do what is right. Please. You got your people back home. Call them. Share the video with them. And you know, don't just look at us talking and people should be insulting before you say something. No. I'm not in that business. I'm not going to curse nobody. I'm not here to criticize. I said it already. I'm not running a radio station. I'm not a journalist. I'm only here to sell Mr. Cummings. I am not a journalist. I'm not here to go deep into George where stealing he doing. I will condemn it. The time I would take to go on all kinds of investigation, I'm supposed to be telling you about Mr. Cummings. I'm not going to talk much about Mr. Boaka. All I have to do is to tell you about Mr. Cummings. I'm not here to say a damn thing about Mr. Prince Johnson. All I have to say is about Mr. Cummings. The people of Nima County are decent people, so I would not even try to get them involved with the Johnson issue. And Senator Johnson can stay in Liberia for the longest. That's it. When they get corruption charges, they don't have it. When I know that one person who will make the difference in Liberia is Mr. Cummings, because he prepared to work with us, the people. Yeah. Not to just do whatever he wants to do. No. So I'm not here to come tell you about Mr. Who I'm here to come be talking about war crime code. War crime code, we already talked about it. We need the war crime code, and that's it. Whoever get on the war crime code, my brother, get on the war crime code, let him get a war crime code. If I'll get a war crime code, that's it. But I'm not going to waste my time to talk about war crime code. I'm not going to waste my time to talk about Mr. Prince Johnson. I'm not going to waste my time to talk about who all the rape, because we condemn it. We condemn it and we want to happen. But one thing I will say, sometimes you think they say justice delayed, justice denied, or whatsoever. Justice will come anytime. Justice sometimes is very slow. And all these people who think that they are doing some things, don't be surprised. They will get you in the next regime. Yep. People who stealing people land, who doing this because they think that they got power, the person in government, they will grab you. They will grab you. They will grab you. So go ahead. Killing people, children, raping people, children. But yeah. I got daughters. It's painful, but there's nothing you can do. There is nothing I can do. I can cry, I can talk. Only President we can implement it. We can condemn it. That's it. But no matter how long I condemn it, it's still going to be the same. That is why we want a new leadership. And that new leadership we want to remove President Weah because he's not leading according to the Constitution. He's not look. If President Weah was in a different country, they impeached him a long time too. He's not protecting the people. He got problem with everybody. They're demonstrating against him. So so don't blame oppositions. What you want oppositions to do? And why are we we bring ourselves down? All our representatives right in your eyes, they're building schools, they're doing their businesses. There, CDC building or vocational school. Where in the world you now hear they say political party get a business? Political party open school, vocational school. It never happened before. Nowhere in the world. Only in Liberia. Only in Liberia. Only in Liberia. They open schools. Only Liberia. That is shameful, eh? Shameful. It's shameful. Political party open school, they open radio station, everything. Open their own radio station. What radio station? Internet. Internet. The same one Facebook, how they doing it. Where? Guys, I can't leave. I gotta go to church in the morning. I gotta do my program. I gotta do everything. And so let me just go through the comments and see who I am. Okay, what the first person say? ABC all the way. See you, Lily. How are you, my brother? Joseph Hoffman. Sound is bad. Okay, we got that one fixed. Kim, you have to fix your audio. Thank you. We did that already. That's what you said. It's fuzzy. I will get it fixed, but for now, bring the mic closer to your mouth. Okay, I did that. The people don't trust the CPP anymore. Okay. We'll try to trust them. Bad audio. Yes. Cummings giving them sleepless night. Okay, Anthony. Hi, General. How are you? Anthony again. Kim, we will stay in the CPP. Matu, better now. Good. Very clear, but with feedback. Thank you. Fred, thumbs up. I really like the topic, my brother. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you. Morrison. VP for who? I love that question. She always asks that question. VP for who? For Boaga. Kim, Anthony Gay. I am hoping Cummings get out of CPP. Was not asking what you will say stay in. I'm not asking if you stay in. Yeah. Please tell ABC to John MB to John Joseph Barker. But he's looking. Okay, let me answer and frankly, why should I tell ABC to John? You see, that's why I say you guys are not doing it the right way. If Mr. Barker knows that he really wants Mr. Cummings as his VP, It's Boaka's responsibility to go and talk to Mr. Cummings. That's his responsibility, his business. Call Mr. Cummings and talk to Mr. Cummings. But you can't tell me I should tell Cummings to go for VP. Hello, Mr. Boaka. Yeah, take the phone. Hello, Mr. Boaka. How are you? Yeah, this is Alexander Cummings. Yeah. Okay, I just called you to say that I won't join you now. So I will go as VP to you, yeah? Okay, I will go as VP. Amen. People, what sense it make? Frankly, Jackson, I beg you, it make no sense. Tell Mr. Boaka to go and talk to Cummings if you want Cummings to go as VP. I'm not mad. I just trying to tell you that it make no sense. Thank you for the hard work, MK. Thank you very much. Where did they get the money to open school? I they say stealing money. Yeah, and CDC open school. CDC open school. Okay, guys. You ain't get my Christmas gift, yo. I asked you for Christmas gift. You ain't getting me yet. And I start sending my own Christmas gift out already. I say, y'all give me small things so I can add it up and help other people. But they can invite, oh, my man, money, anything you want, call me. Oh. You ain't get my Christmas gift yet. I had a number up there the other day. Oh, let me see if I can call anybody from Liberia. I love to talk to the Secretary General. Let me see if I can get the Secretary General on. What's up, my man?
Good morning, my morning.
I woke you up.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah, I said we can't wake up the man. Because the man, the man can sleep. In the day they can sleep. What's up?
Try, I can know.
So how the ground, how everything there?
Thank you.
You. How was the? Oh, I saw you going around the other day to all the little place there and the market.
Mm-hmm. It was the birthday.
Oh, I saw you going around the other day to all the. Yeah, go ahead. My feedback on my computer.
Yeah, I said I guess you talking about the birthday. Eh?
Yeah, the birthday.
Yeah. It was already ongoing around the birthday. That we went to. That's the party.
That's good. So let me ask you. I know maybe you will know, and maybe if it's confidential, fine. But we heard our CPP had a meeting recently again, apart from the first meeting.
Am I on the air? Or
Yeah.
right?
Okay, now I'm going to put you on air now. You ready? I said I'm going to put you on air now. You ready?
Yes, you can talk.
Okay. So the CPP, they said they had a meeting recently again, apart from the first one.
The CPP had a meeting apart from the. I mean, talking about the most recent.
The most recent one. Yeah, not the one, not the first one that they had with the.
Not the as Berekasa.
Yeah, not the one with the because the first one was the party leaders, the chairman, not the chairman. Yeah, but they had the second one already.
The one that I know of is the one that they have with the party leaders.
Yeah.
with the political leaders. But what I know of it is that the CPP is trying to remove from being in the public square.
Okay.
You know, normally when they had a meeting, you will see that reactions will be coming from all sides.
Yeah.
Based on the storytelling. This time around, it has gone, I think, probably more than 14, 15 days.
Yeah.
So to say. And there had not been reaction coming from either side. I think it means that they were trying to get away from, the public conversation. But I think consultation is still ongoing. So I will not be able to speak to it because, of course, it go through some rigorous process.
Yeah.
And meanings are developed, they are contested, they reach to an agreement that this is the full meaning that represent the aspiration of the conversation. So sincerely, I cannot be able to say to speak to it.
But the consensus building is over already. The time have passed, eh?
Yeah, so according to the CPP framework, we should be engaging we should be engaging in the setup of the procedure leading to
VPS.
VPS, and have all the leadership of the CPP consent into how to prepare for possible VPS that will be internationally recognized, as well as a follow-up of a primary.
And that CPP going to spend that money. They got money for that?
Of course, CPP has a framework document that calls for equal contribution from constituent political parties to facilitate our engagement as CPP, be it for campaign, be it for VPS and primary, be it, the list goes on until they can successfully win the election.
So
they have
ANC, so ANC is doing
or account that is recognized by the National Elections Commission under the same framework, under the same law of the National Elections Commission.
So NEC will be part of that process too, and the convention, the primary, NEC will be part of it.
Yeah, because NEC has given CPP authority to operate within the bailiwick of the Republic of Liberia, meeting certain criteria.
Yeah.
So definitely, the National Elections Commission must approbate the CPP process, and that's how the CPP will have to send her nomination to the National Elections Commission.
That's good. So, man, I know a lot of people, every day we hear rumors, and people believe that the CPP not going to hold. And sometimes we listen to the noise, but I know the ANC, we're not leaving, and it makes no sense because we're not saying it. The ANC people are not saying it. I'm not saying it. But we hear from our friends who are saying that they want to dissolve it. So I know you can't tell me you stay 100% sure that they're going to stay. Are you think they're going to stay, or they? Because I know your percentage have dropped already. You can't tell me you still have 100% believe that they will stay in there. You think they will stay?
I think it will be a huge punishment to any of us for delaying the Liberian people time, building their anxiety, demonstrating to them over a period of 4 years that indeed what they have heard about political actors in this country, ranging from a different time, be it the time of the 1985 elections,
Yeah.
where people are trying to organize coalition and collaborations, the time of the 1997 of the Grand Coalition, or the time the CDC in the Liberty Party 2010-11 when they wanted to come together, or the time of the Ganta Declaration that brought opposition political parties to go against the Unity Party, right up to 2018 when the CPP initiated the collaboration. So Liberians have had a set mind against how opposition mismanaged opportunity. The history of Gambia, that the opposition came together and won. This time the opposition came together and then later divided or protested the election result, which were highly belated, and the Gambians were like latching them that he didn't come together to contest against the incumbent, but now it's illogical to come to protest the election result that you did not come together to contest. So it's like the people mooted their conversation. So we have to be careful, those of us who are constituent party members, as to what we think the Liberians are yearning for. The Liberians are yearning for or togetherness. And I think it's not in any of us authority to take ownership of what Liberians have aspired to see succeed. So instead, we should be supportive of what they aspire to see succeed, which is a collaborating political party, then it's split by some, of our auxiliary colleagues. But I think we're getting on the way. I think it will be difficult, but it can certainly work out. Like I said many times, we have been around for some time and been following. If not the Lutheran Church, I don't know for the fight. And I mean, if the correction can be made by anybody, they can set it straight. But I think the Lutheran or the Asian Church, one of those churches had a convention in Lofa County particularly, I think between the neighborhood of 2001 and 2002. And then there were allegations that a church that should be casting demon out, but there were allegations that witchcraft activity was being seen there because somebody does not want to give power or somebody wants to take over power. Either way. So, and there was an SS man that they claimed that had gone and people were intimidating people and a whole lot of things were happening because it was about power. So whenever power is mentioned, there's the dialectical exchange and opposite that take place and people want to position themselves. So, I see it from a fair perspective that probably maybe the level at which we have gone. But I think even in student politics, sometimes people want to push their agenda in different manner and form, whether right or wrong. But it's with that belief that they want somebody's chances to be reduced and their chances, increase. So it's what I can say about, the CPP process. But given the way no one has discussed the issue of the recent National Advisory Council meeting, without any authority information, reducing any of the aspirants' chances, it means that we're getting somewhere.
Yeah.
Though slowly, but it means that we're getting somewhere. And it's quite hopeful.
Okay, so how your groundwork, how your people, how your coordinators? I know you're in contact with your coordinators and doing everything. How the campuses, how the youth, how they doing? They're all over the place. I know.
Yeah. Generally, we are doing fairly well, and we are still engaged. I mean, you are aware that all political parties have issues. We are not, disassociated from it, but you have followed the track record of the ANC. We have learned how to handle our issue. We have dissenting opinions at times, but we maturely know that it's solvable. And so we are engaging in every aspect. We are united as a front. We have common purpose and goal, and that's the uniqueness about the ANC. The ANC is driven by that set of ideas. Like I will always say, we did not get into formation because we wanted to make a particular person a leader. We are moved by innovation, and innovation drives resources. Resources does not drive innovation. And so today you see the likes of Bill Gates, you see the like of Mark Zuckerberg Because of that innovation and creativity, today we have people running after computers and Google and YouTube and WhatsApp, and the money we are spending it behind the people innovation. You understand that?
Yeah.
So innovation will always drive resources. That's why we every time talk to the government to be innovative, to move forward. There is no country that I am aware of that is a cash-based budget that spend most of its resources on recurring expenditure year and there on fuel, lubricant, rent, car purchase, salaries, scratch cars, buying generators for places, and that country is void of stealing because the manner and form that bulk of the money go to the recurring expenditure is the manner and form people have to get the money out. So there will be waste in government, there will be mismanagement in government, there will be low productivity in government, and a lot of lack of innovation in government because the government budget is not program oriented where they can see we can reduce from having certain millions of rice input into our country to reduce them maybe by 20% because we have grown rice and we'll partnership with some Pakistani company, Indian company to give value added to the rice back home, and gradually we'll be moving to 20%, 30%, 50%, 60%. And by the time we look, we are dramatically reduced from importation of rice.
And let me ask you this. Let's go to ANC. You know, some people in America, some of us think that the guys on the ground don't like the people in America, and the people in America overlook the guys on the ground. I know 2017, we know there were little raft and people here and there, but how the working relationship right now when it comes to working together with the people in the diaspora and those of you guys on the ground there, how you see 2017 and now, is it stay the same or is much 10 times better or what?
No, it's generally 10 times better for all direction. Liberians in that plurality, have come to the realization that even Liberians in the diaspora need to take part in our geopolitics. They need to be given a space because generally we have been resisting them generally, probably because of being territorial.
Yeah.
This is my community, this is my area. It happens all
over.
Those of us in town here, when we go into the interior and are not heavily engaged with the interior people, so that the interior people try to resist us. But when we have the camaraderie, when we visit them most of the time and interact with them, indeed it is relief. And then they see us as one of the kind. In fact, they see us as a representation in Monrovia that came to civilization, that came to where development is, in order to take some of the things we have learned to them. So, but I think it has been dramatically reduced, whether be it through legislation, whether be it through court, ruling about dual citizenship. It has been drastically reduced. And until we realize that most of our people who left from here, because Liberians were not known for traveling, as a matter of fact, that is empirical. Most of our people, counting for no Monday, most of our time of the coup, has the family were haunted, or because during the time of the 1989 revolution. And so most of them found themselves in the United States of America. And they were compare compliance. So, and they have been contributing significantly to the growth of this economy through a lot of remittances. They love that country and they still want to come back home. And so people now are beginning to open their eyes, unlike before, where they would tell us, you have more from your politics, you have been in America, you can't live, you can't direct, we'll do our own thing now. Some of the own things that they did, they are seeing the result, and it's very unfriendly, to their survival, our survival as a country and people. The people who came to say, you have to have a decent government, you have to have an innovative government, and like what we've seen in where we live, now have realized that indeed what the guys were saying before, it seems to be really true.
But you see, what I noticed is that I know sometimes people don't like to hear it, but when you follow Liberian politics, after the 1985 elections, Ellen Johnson left Liberia and all the other politicians went silent. And when Doe was out during the chancellor election when chancellor won, there were no other people around. Then when Ellen came back after Ellen election for the first 6 years, George Weah was silent, and then he came back. Then in the 2011, George Weah was silent again. After the 2011, was only waiting for his time. And then this going election, right after the election, all the politicians went in. You couldn't hear Mill Jones, nobody. Only one name was still going around, Mr. Cummings, going from counties to counties. So it's like I believe that he changed everything. That is why even the Liberians in America they are engaging into politics now, into Liberia, as if they're already living there, because they, like before, you won't hear anything from them until the year before election. Then you see somebody coming around. Then the people in Liberia say, but when now you won't come for job. But now everybody, I see everybody like campaigning have started, because of Mr. Cummings. Seriously, it's changing.
So he's not a traditional politician.
Yes.
Many other Liberians say Liberian politics different. And politics is just general to everywhere, except that the local content as to how you navigate around the people. But when people say politics is different, sometimes they think about it from a negative perspective, to lie, to be corny, deceptive, sometimes people speak of that negative when they say you don't understand Liberian politics.
Yeah.
But politics is not primarily about being deceptive. It is about having an early engagement, planning well, coordinating with the people. I mean, if the people will say they don't know you, then it means that you got to get to be known sooner. And the way you get to be known sooner is to engage them as to whether they voted for you or they did not vote for you.
Yeah.
See reason to supporting the government that they voted for and telling them thank you for why they voted. On the other hand, also directing the government that, hey, they voted for you because on the matter of change, it is your responsibility to bring the change to them. How do you bring the change to them? We are observing X, Y, and Z. Mr. Cummings were on record too many different times of saying that the government needs to be given a space. That was outside the traditional politics.
Yeah.
Most time, like you say, in the traditional politics, as soon the election is over, either because of the election didn't go better in the favor of the person who opted for the election to have gone in their favor, sometimes that's expression cast against the winner. But in this instance, there was not an expression cast against the winner, as long as the case were adjudicated according to the Supreme Court and rerun took place. Mr. Cummings went on air for months and said, I will have to give this government a space. To the extent the CDC felt that Mr. Cummings was being reasonable. After a certain time, when the issue of the missing note came on, and then thankfully, crews, that was higher, as well as the PRT, the Presidential Investigative Team, came out to say that there was missteps that happened, and money that were meant for map up of excess Liberian data outside the banking system did not follow the rightful procedure. There was no documentation. Indeed, it became clearly established that there were misgivings with how money was handled. So then the conversation started.
Yeah.
And then people. So he continued even up to today. There was no resting time. Even at that, when there was COVID in this country, he encouraged the government that we should work with the government, we should sit with the government, and we should put off a means by which we all can collectively engage COVID and kick it out of our country. So he had not just been, they want to criticize, he had provided solution, he had made intervention, he had been on the air, and if need be, where need be, he had also criticized the government and provided solution. So there have been serious change within our politics. And so though it is not a good thing for people who will want to come and live into the process, it's not a bad thing, but we encourage people to keep engaging our people, not only when election is coming, but before election can come.
Okay, guys, I'm speaking with Joloke Jonathan C. Tayo, the Deputy Secretary General of ANC. But let me ask you again. Somebody was saying that, and I was very happy because I'm one of those who were pushing to see Mr. Cummings going in the market, engaging the marketeers, talking to them, and interacting with them. But some people feel that still it's not enough, because it's like Mr. Cummings have not gone to where they got the Zogos, they got these other people, the ones them who are nothing. But you see, they all got voting cards. They all got one vote. Some people say, "Oh, but Mr. Cummings can only goes. He went to a certain place. He can't come to one other place." I know everybody want him. Everybody want him to touch them. I know you have more interview than any political leader in our country. So what you say? What plans you guys have? But you tell me something about this, because people complain that Mr. Cummings not doing enough. The message is good, but the people still having a little thing relating to hold on to him.
It's a kind of challenging thing. It's a kind of challenging thing. And, the people, because they believe in Mr. Cummings, the anxiety is growing. They will always wonder on hindering access to him. And what we are saying too is time bomb. Mr. Cummings is just one person, to be honest with you. And I think the handlers, the people who are managing Mr. Cummings' activity, I think they are doing extremely well over a period of time, to be honest with you. And all we can encourage them to do, according to the demand of the people, is that with time and again, they will always try to have access to Mr. Cummings. You remember this one time for the birthday, he was moving all in the old bill, and, engaging people, trying to interact. Even the 2017 that it was believed, and, sometimes it's basically on the one-on-one meeting that people sometimes say these things, and on a one-on-one meeting is kind of difficult to have too many persons engaged at the same time, because you also have to outreach other larger audience where people can be in their hundreds, and some kind of way they can have a feel of you, unlike sitting in one cubicle and having meeting one at a time, you have less people to interact. So it's a kind of challenging thing. But I think the people who are managing Mr. Cummings are taking due notice, and they are trying to make every intervention in order to make him the people center person. That's why you hear that he was in Riverside engaging, the people in the hinterland, and then back to maneuver at another time in Bapolu. All these things are geared towards people who will live on the far distance. They want to come meet Mr. Cummings, and then with the split with hours prior to and nightfall, definitely you have less people having such an interaction, because time is fast spent. But if you had to go to a gathering, there will be more accessibility, and people could talk things out.
Yeah.
But again, it's still people should understand that he's been worked on, and as you see him engage more people, that's the answer to how he wants to interact with more people, and by extension
But to be
engagement.
to be
Whatever the nature is taken on an advancement, to be honest, so that we can make sure that he be that kind of people-centered person.
Yeah.
So that should be nothing whatsoever that we should resist such suggestion as a comfort, or be seen from a negative perspective.
And you see, and for the short time, like the first time, he and myself had a conversation live, and I asked him a question. In fact, behind closed door, and I asked him, I said, "What you do for fun?" In fact, I went publicly. I said, "What you do?" He said, "Oh, I drink Kvass, I smoke little cigar. I love music." I said, "Okay, if you get to that program, make sure you dance." And he danced. And, you got to be a normal person. But he said something. He said, "I don't know why people think that I can't protect myself." I said, "Like what?" He said, "People think that I can't answer questions." He said, "In fact, the people themselves are asking the question, don't even know what to say." And, he said, "But I would love for people to ask me anything. They want to ask about my height. They want to know where the year I was born or whatsoever. It's fine." So it's like, then I understand. I said, but this guy is prepared and willing to take instruction, to go with a plan. The only thing, don't just change your plan. Give him a plan in a day and say, "Mr. Cummings, you're going to 20 places." And you confess the other day, when it comes to his strength, forget him. He's prepared any day to get up and move anywhere. You know, so he's one of the easier guy to deal with.
The impromptus, media and things, but he had never been the kind of person who, in fact, when many person will say, look, we have been all day, that's the time he wants to resist and he wants to keep going. So
yeah.
And I've been down the road since 2017, so I know exactly how he has sufficient energy to engage as much as possible.
I hope Liberians we still got a lot of work to do, and Jonathan, we got a lot of work, but
we have
we still coming from the back, and this is what I tell people: we are the underdogs, whether we like it or not. That is how I fight. When I feel that I'm down, I fight harder. I'm not. It's almost like playing a soccer game. You never win until the final whistle. That is why even if you're doing track and you're running, don't even try to look back to see how fast your opponent is running. All you do, continue running. If he's going to pass by you, they will pass by you. So you got to continue running. And we're going to continue the conversation continually not today, but I will try. I want you to send me your email address. So sometimes I will just send you a link, because maybe like on a Sunday in the afternoon, maybe I will want you and Mulba, let's just come and have a time and just talk about ANC, because and Jonathan, I will tell you, it's not an easy thing. It's hard what we're doing here. That's why I try to come late just to get people in Liberia, but it's not. But I'm happy that people inbox me and some strange names, strange people, especially from Liberia. Sometimes I look and say, but how many person watching me? But it's so funny. I noticed that if you share my video and I'm not friend with any person that you share it to, they will see it, but I won't see them. And, so that one thing, but the message is resonating. The message is resonating. We need to just play it the way it's supposed to be, because we need everybody. No, we're not better than nobody. People try to put ANC in a situation like this because when Liberian can fight you, they will give you all kinds of names. Oh, the men are Congo man. When you catching hard time, you countryman. When God help you, you climb up, you Congo man. Then they're ready to put you, give you title, but we're not going to buy. We're not going to do that and stand for that. We will fight. We will try to fight every negative things that will come up. But thank God that it slowed down. But I'm not happy that it slowed down. But you see, at the end of the day, you see, sometimes lies do not last too long. And one of the problems, now I'm going to talk about journalists, they should know where the problem started from. We've got to be honest to ourselves, Jonathan. If we cannot speak the truth, let me tell you, we had a meeting. You're not on the, we had a town hall Zoom just recently with Mr. Cummings. And to be frank with you, I did it deliberately. Mr. Cummings was about to give his closing statement. And I said, Mr. Cummings, I know you're going to get mad at me, but please, 1 minute. He said, what? I said, I got two persons I want to recognize so they can ask at least 20 seconds. You know what he said to me? He said, Munel, listen, we got to stick by if we want to change this country, we must start with ourselves. If we say 2 hours, we all agree that we're going to stop at this time. I said, so, and other people, and you know what I mean? They will, look, that's why I said this man have no problem. You can stop him anytime and talk to him. So we all are continue to say, the security, just open your eyes. And I tell Mr. Comes all the time, I say, you yourself, you open your eyes too. You got to watch yourself. You got to watch this, because when it comes to politics, that's the only opportunity that people have to even take one little selfie, one little picture, so they can take it to somebody. And, we got to engage these people, because to them, Mr. Cummings not even friendly. But this guy is a friendly guy. The man laugh. I told the man, joking about his height.
But guess what happened? Guess what happened? A colleague of mine, 2017, when we went Grand Cape County, and he's still an ardent supporter of Mr. Cummings. This fellow was doing his NGO job.
Yeah.
But he informed me that he wants to see Mr. Cummings. He will regularly call it on ERBC, making a position for Mr. Cummings. And the only thing that he wanted was to take picture with Mr. Perkins, met Mr. Perkins in person.
Yeah.
Shook Mr. Cummings' hand. In fact, he didn't take a picture because your phone was not charged that time.
Yeah.
But he shook Mr. Cummings' hand and had a little interaction. Period. Finish.
That's
During
it.
the launching, it was the first time to wear a political party t-shirt.
T-shirt, yeah.
He spent more than 600 of his little earnings on the launching day. Another colleague spent more than $1,000 on Liberian, right in Liberia, residing here. So you see what I'm talking about? And
Yep.
today, those individuals take away the firebrand of Mr. Cummings.
Yep. Yep.
So sometimes it's just a little interaction. Period.
I mean, I myself, I don't wear people t-shirt easily. I printed my own t-shirt 2017. People call, I say, listen, I know, because it's so, where you know Mr. Cummings from, this and that. Right now, I tell you the kind of pictures I got from Mr. Cummings, I don't even post it. It's not that I want to show it or brag or whatsoever, but I'm telling you, Jonathan, what I'm doing, I'm not doing it because Mr. Cummings got something, but that under his agenda, I admire him. I admire the agenda. I look at it every day. I play it on my phone. Like then I ask myself the question, are we really serious? Are Liberians really looking? This man have had over 200 interviews. The only candidate that talk about economy, jobs, security, I have never in my life, as smart Ellen they say she was, or whosoever, to even break things down. What are we waiting for? What Liberians waiting for? I've never heard no politician talking about living wage to say, yes, the people will get paid living wage. I never heard them talking about stealing, because it's so, when you talk about corruption, you make it look nice. He says stealing. And I've never heard that. Then how you don't have to be a rocket scientist. This man said the same 2017 and he's still saying it. In fact, he upgrading it. Because on the time you say you flip-flopping, that means you changing your statement, you're going below. But he upgrading his statement. That means I want to make, and still telling you, I asked him a question, Mr. Cummings, but why you don't want pay? He said, God bless me, Munel. God bless me and my family. He said the money they will pay me, I will spread out. The first thing, anti-corruption, schools, whatsoever. Because technically, when you look at it, his organization whatsoever, he gave him more than even they're going to be paying. And, you know, so, and I see most other politicians who lost election, left and never came back. They were building some little latrine. They never touch it again because they win. I went like 2018. I saw it. I saw somebody. I saw a crush rack that was dumped on the side for a roll, but because they lost the election, it was there on the grass or all what they said that somebody drop it there. I saw a lipo hanging up with nothing on it. They said somebody, one representative put it up, but because he win, the lipo just there, someone came and took the lipo from there too. You see? But this man still doing it and still going around and telling you, thank you for allowing me. And I need that opportunity. Help me. Let us do it together. I can help more than listen, we got work to do.
So we hope for the better.
Yeah, we got work.
It is just on our shoulder, each of our shoulder, whatever small way we can contribute to advancing the too many, deliberations Mr. Cummings have had, but decoding it to different segment of the society so that it grab the messaging. It is on our shoulder. It will be better on a wider shoulder of the CPP if when we should decide the fate of who becomes the standard bearer, and that is why we are and concerned about our sister party, the Liberty Party, the Unity Party, the ELP, to have some level of ease in the party, because internally you hear here and there, allegation, most recently we heard the situation of, and I'm not speaking about it because
man, that's what I told somebody. I said it's not necessary. I pray that they will fix it. They will come together and get it right. And nobody is happy about it. What's going on? And look, but I will tell you today, and if I bet you right now, if you go ask Mr. Cummings, he will just tell you, say, listen, I hope this whole thing here, you know, and what Liberian people don't know, this not today business. It's not a today's problem. It started from the last elections when one group went to CDC, one group went to Unity Party, and all this rigmarole, and it happened the way it's supposed to happen. But we can't get involved into the internal problem. We cannot. But we just pray that they will work up better for the party. Somebody got to understand, yes, let's do it. Because one person playing by the rules, other person not playing by the rules, and that's what happens all the time. But one thing I told people, I say, yes, but one thing I know, and I told somebody, say, it will be good for you when I said, listen to me, I want to tell you now today, Mr. Cummings is not the only man in the ANC. If Mr. Cummings disrespect the ANC or do whatsoever and goes against that constitution, it will catch him. I say we support Mr. Cummings, yes, but let us be. Don't give hypothetical question. Because something happened to Mr. Cummings. It's not Mr. Cummings. We got nothing to do with the Liberty Party. We have nothing to do with the thing. Everybody fighting here to get what they can eat already. They will not be worried about something. Yeah. Anyway, because people have never seen it. So listen, text me your email address and somebody else will need to, because I can send a link and then we come on and then we find the time, the best time, even when you're sitting to the party headquarters there, and I will we can do something. Although we got the one with the global, but I told her we got to listen. I'm not here to promote myself. I'm here with Mr. Cummings. I can tell anybody that we got to do whatsoever we want to do, because I believe, like I got a friend who got a master's, they begin doing the PhD. He's a seditious. That boss sent me a long list of Mr. Cummings. And he said, big brother, let me tell you, if Mr. Cummings president, I know I will get a job in our country because I'm qualified. If you go between this and this person, I will do this. And, people know what's going on. There are a lot of and people standing out there just waiting for the time, But it getting there little by little. But Doleke, man, thank you. I know I caught your sleep. I myself, I come and go to bed too and get ready for church in the morning. And it's always nice talking to you. And so I don't know what to do.
Thank you too so much. Thank you so very kindly for having us. I mean, we are always willing at any given time. There should be no restriction, there should be no restriction as to when you want to call, as long as you can get me through.
Yeah.
I will keep the conversation because it's needed. I mean, we have to seize every moment in order to put our points through.
Yeah.
And so I appreciate every given time. There's no.
So even if you want us to have anything from the party head office, the headquarters where people sitting and all your guys in there, we want to go live and whatsoever, you just give me tell me we will hit it from there. Just and give you the link.
Yes.
And you can just come straight on and let everybody know. And one of the things I'm pushing for, I know, and this boy, what his name said, the press guy, what the boy name, the communication guy, and at least I see him now, which is good. Everywhere he go with Mr. Cummings, I see they putting it on Facebook, because I want one of my things where people, it was taking us time to get information, but I think they need to look for something to make sure that now what the Liberian people want to see. We're not that this is not a no church house we're running anymore. Trust me. If the man eating kobo, we want to know he can eat kobo. If the man drinking water, we want to know he can drink water. Finish. We're not here to come start acting as if nobody here to. So that's it, my man. Go ahead, enjoy yourself. You got a few hours to. You got a lot of work. You will not sleep on that. After 2024, we'll send you off for vacation, man. Don't worry. Mr. Cummings, after they win, they got to make sure they send all to the Bahamas. Okay, my man. Take care, man. Have a good day, and I wish you the best. I will talk to you again next week. Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk to you.
Okay. Yeah, guys, that's what Jonathan, the Deputy Secretary General of ANC, and a very smart man. And what he believes in is what he believes in. He had an opportunity like any other person to remain in a corrupt government and steal. But the fact is that he stood up for what he believed in, and he left at the time where he had the opportunity to remain. And people said, oh, you're trying to make us look bad or whatsoever, but that's a good thing. This is all we're looking for. There are good people in Liberia. There are qualified Liberians. I'm telling you. These guys, it's not that they're looking for something, but they want to live into a society that they can work and earn something for themselves. It's not that they're looking for government job. It must be government job. No, it don't have to be government job. But it's sad. And one thing I admire the ANC for, they got a lot of young, intelligent guys, smart, educated, and they got, it's not, sometimes therefore it's not about the degree of whatsoever, the way you carry yourself, the way you present issues, they will understand that if you're a smart person or not. But every Liberian are entitled to whatever the educated man entitled to. It's not like you're going to get his money, but to have that freedom to move around, to be a part of the process. You see, like that bowl, Mr. Cummings always talk about the bowl of rice. Just watch it. They got people, you put the rice in a big bowl. We used to eat during the war. We also divide food. In Godric, they cook the rice, they put in a big top. Everybody come and eat. We all got the same spoon, the same size of spoon. But guess what? Other people take more than you. But then that's the thing here. You don't really get mad because you know what? You part of the bowl. You eating. And why I used to do it then? Because I'm not the kind of person, I can't stand hot food. So I use the small spoon to eat. But the small spoon, I can take more. So I can go one quick, and the other guy then taking a big spoon and they blow it. And or sometimes I just scrape on top of the rice and you eat. You mix it for you just go on top of the rice little by little. But everybody got to be, so some would take more, some would take less. But at the end of the day, everybody is happy. But you must take the same spoon. Or they're not making deep, put that spoon in there and take a bigger chunk. And you can put that spoon and take something, but you're happy because you know what? You are part of the bowl. So you must be part of the process. Be part of your resources. That means the schools, the hospital, the whatsoever. Liberia is rich. Liberia is rich. Look what's going on, brother. Every representative, most of them building schools. If they're building schools, what the government is building? No regulation, no rules, nothing in the country. People opening school on Broad Street. How can you open a school? No gym, no laboratory, no nothing. Where are the teachers? The university that Prince Johnson said he opened a building. And what people don't understand, not because you put a building up, that means you got, where are the teachers? Are there teachers in Liberia? Where are the teachers? You got all these schools, all government official schools. And Sir Joseph Billion, another big college again. But you have the University of Liberia there, leaking. Instead of all putting money into primary education to rebuild the foundation of our education to move forward, we talk free education and free tuition for university students, because of politics. It was not bad, but politics. Other people can send their kids to school today. Other people trying their best to go to public school is not easy. To go to public school is not easy. There's a question, and I hope it will be answered one day. why and where All right, I think I just refresh. Okay, I think I just refresh now. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I mistakenly shut the computer off with my phone. I was trying to put my phone down and I went on to the power button. But you see, that's why I love this thing. It still was active until I came back, although people left already. So I was just talking to Dolocat, and he's this Deputy Secretary General of ANC. And I know people. So let me just go through the comments here. And okay, let me see something. I gotta send something to somebody quick. Merry Christmas and Christiana Cole. Merry Christmas. Okay, let me come put my cash app or I need small thing. I just send small thing for me tonight. You see on my phone, I'm trying to help other people too. So you gotta send it to me. Oh. You gotta be the part of the process. Oh. Election not easy. Suleiman Fofana, the biggest mistake Mr. Cummings make is to join the group of people who has corrupt records. Who advised Cummings to associate himself with Ure Pwaka and the rest of the crooks that milk our country resources? Suleiman, listen to me. Let me just give you a little advice too. I understand these guys, but you can get rid of all politicians no matter what. When the head is okay, when the leader is good, you can make the difference. We look at Dana Cassell. Today, Dana Cassell got and Louis Brown. They say he got Edwin Snow trying to be with him. When you look at George Weah got Emmanuel Shaw. The old politicians, we can't kick them out. They already got the base, they're already there. But the person who will be the president and that old politician will be with that president, they will change. Trust me. So it's a matter whether they in the same group, they still got nothing. I got friends who smoke weed. I got friends who smoke. I don't smoke, you know. So they mean that a peer pressure. Let us be civil. Let us understand. Yes, they might have the issue, but that doesn't mean that Mr. Cummings is going to be like them. Because Mr. Cummings is not like them, that is why they're fighting him. See that? That's all. I understand where you're coming from. I know you're right. To make that statement, you're right. You are 100% right, my brother. You're 100% right. Regina Wilson, long time. Amos Canada, you say I take side with Liberty Party, but you got you. Do you want me to take side with Yombly or to take side with Liberty? I don't take side with nobody. So when you say we're taking side, I don't know what you mean. Take side with Bility. Bility is the chairman. Bility is the chairman of the party. The party run by a chairman. I'm not running too. Oh, you running too? Jerome Cummings, you running? That's good, my brother. I will vote for you. Trust me. You jogging or you running? Let me know. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. Um, cheers to you. Schedule maintenance for mobile, online, voice banking. Mobile online banking and on from midnight. Also, you can follow me on YouTube, eh? Don't sit there. You can also go on YouTube anytime you want to watch this video. You can go on YouTube. So let us take a quick break.
Got in the business, you catching fever. Getting serious like anti-rivage. Ain't no stopping by the river. And as we coming, we sweeping, we cutting, we moving all the way. Yeah, yeah. We coming, yeah. Well, it's gonna be coming. As we coming, we sweeping, we coming. Anywhere we meet up, speak. Well, it's gonna be coming. Yeah, you come on, man, yeah. We coming.
Thank you very much, and we're back again. That's a quick little promo that I put together. It's not bad, and try to make it look fun. Yeah. Okay. Right now, nothing to do now. I'll be honest. This is our last time here running for uh, trying to get be in the politics after this election. If it don't work out the way it's supposed to be, we just forget it because I'll be honest. This is our last time here running for trying to get be in the politics after this election. If it don't work out the way it's supposed to be, just forget it. Yes. Che, Daddy Jerome Cummings for President 2020. Yeah, yeah, or that Jerome saying you're running for president too. Well, I just blessed someone. My God will bless someone today. My Lord will bless someone today. My Lord will bless someone today. My Lord will bless someone today. It may be you, it may be me, it may be someone by your side. It may be you, it may be me, it may be someone by my side. Listen, let me close up with this. Guys, in any way you can help, you can help. Any way that you think that you can help any Liberians this Christmas, do it. Don't worry about whatsoever. God will pay you back. God will give you more. God will open doors for you. There are people back there who don't have relatives in America, who don't know where the next meal coming from. But all you can do for them, if that $5 open the same wave, $10. If you want to do it randomly, just if you can sacrifice $100 and you give someone $10, you will find a meal for them on Christmas Day. You can go on Facebook. There are a lot of people there that you will be able to get in contact with. Let God just touch your heart. You know, my favorite Bible verse is the one that says, "Blessed are the pure in heart, for they shall see God." God created man in his image and likeness. That means, the way I understand it, and maybe Reverend Cummings can can uh, 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 say if I'm right or wrong. God created man in his image and likeness. So God is just like you and myself. If you believe in God, you should protect his creation. Why would you want to sit to see another man suffering because you think that you owe that? There are a lot of good people out there that left us. Yeah. So just do what you can do. Don't look at nobody and say they are lazy. You don't know the problems. You don't know why people are out there begging. You don't know. You don't know. I am a living witness. I'm not rich. I'm not poor. But God always provides for me. He gave me that strength to work. You know, I wish I had money. You know, you. It's not about only you alone. People get money, the bragging, the whatsoever. I got my little old doors I drive it, they move around. When my family get good car, it's okay. But the fact is that sometimes it's good to deprive yourself if you really, really, really want to give someone. If you really want to give, don't give something that you don't want. Deprive yourself. Sometimes things are tough on us. Yeah. I just send money to people just now. The same way. And they have never seen me before. I don't know them. For me, that's my happiness. I can tell nobody. If I had something, if I had anything more than that, I would do it. But I want you to do the same thing. So when you see me out asking, I said, "Oh, give me your Christmas, give my Christmas." It don't mean that you give me your Christmas for me to use it, but I just want you to be part of the process. I want us to get the friendship. I say, "Oh, Muna, I'll give you $10. I'll give you $20. I'll give you this. I'll give you that." But I'm not forcing you to do it. But if you give it, I will take it, and I will still do what I'm supposed to do with it. I will still help. I just want to be a part of the process. And one thing I want to advise you, even if you want to help, it don't matter what the person do with the money. Yeah. Don't judge. Don't go to the Wawa and see the guy standing by the Wawa and say, "Move from here, you can work." Don't do it. You don't know his situation. If that's somebody you know and you want to say it, okay. Don't get me wrong. We're not looking for lazy people. But if I know you to be someone who just don't want to work, it's a difference. I'm not giving you. But if I don't know you, I'm not going to judge you. Yeah. I'm not going to judge you. Even against some people who they like your friends, they all dress good, they nice, they don't work. They are indirectly beggars because they don't work. They go to when you buy a drink for them and this and that. They pretend, but they get good clothes, they wear, they got a girls that work for them. They still don't work. They're no different from homeless people, you know. So don't judge. Don't judge, man. Papa. Things will be good for everybody. Y'all have a good day. Cheers. Canada Dry tonic water. Okay, so now I'm leaving, guys.